And we're back with the junior finals here. We're doing a man-on-man 30 minutes between Chase Thompson in red and Ocean McKenzie in yellow. What do you reckon, Dave?
Two-man, 30-minute heat this one. 30-minute heat. I've just realised these guys have got a whole half an hour out in the water with Chase Thompson and Ocean McKenzie. This is going to be massive for the IBC Rising Series. Junior men's, the two best competitors in the first event run in Australia for the Rising IBC Series down here on D-Bar at the Gold Coast. And we're up already with Chase Thompson with a forward spin and scooping under that barrel. Quick off the mark in the first minute of the heat. And up now, Ocean McKenzie with a nice right-hander scooping round. These guys are going to be hungry out there, looking for that end section. And a nice roll for Ocean McKenzie. A little bit of a longer ride for Ocean's wave. He may score a little bit better than Chase's first wave on the board with a forward spin. And there we go, the winners of the grommets.
We're stoked for Hardy Fletcher with a stellar performance.
I think
there.
we missed it, but they had him up on the shoulders and bringing him down the beach. A few handshakes there. What an absolute champion.
Quick little exchange at the start. 4 for Ocean, 2 for Chase. Both of these scores, I dare say, will be replaced later by better waves based off how these guys have been surfing throughout the entire event.
100%, yeah. So massive heat this one, half an hour in the water with only 2 riders. They've got the whole beach to themselves, so they can be very selective. There's a replay of Chase's first wave there with a quick forward spin, and here comes Ocean with the end section of that wave and a nice roll.
Yeah, not as projected as he probably would have liked. He did wait for that end section, and both of them sitting on that same bank over there that both been making most of their heats on some really nice rights, and so I think that's what they'll be looking for.
There's a few options over there. It is a bit of a split peak, and we're approaching the bottom of the tide as well now, so sometimes the swell will decrease in that bottom of the tide, but it does offer more barrel options with a little bit shallower water on that sandbank in the middle peak of D-Bar Beach here on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, and there was a cool little replay of Hardy Fletcher getting chaired up by the Newey boys, and he'll be stoked. Maybe we'll even be lucky enough to get him in here for a little conversation. Long final, 30 minutes. So even the 25 minutes, you notice that extra 5 minutes. So having this extra 10, I think we're really going to notice it.
We're going to see some spectacular surfing in the next half an hour, guys. Chase has got priority, and he had a look at that one, but he was going to let it go with a bit of a bump and swell and a bit coming out the back. It looks like Ocean's in the spot, but Chase has priority. Ocean's, oh, he went for a roll takeoff under the lip, and I think he actually got it, but, oh, and another one. How intense was that? He was desperate and just scooping, just constantly scooping under that lip and trying to get around that white water for that section. Here's the replay.
Love to see some creative bodyboarding here just with a takeoff roll. And
it was a takeoff roll, was it?
Yeah, takeoff roll and no completion on the second roll. And
can we show that replay one more time for the people at home? Now, real quick, he's straight under it, roll takeoff into the white water and just scooping, looking for another section and pushing through.
We'd love to see it. Bit of creativity from the Ocean McKenzie from the Central Coast. Chase Thompson taking off on the smaller looking one. Nice projected roll. He hit that with impeccable timing, and pretty happy with that one. Little mullet flick as he kicks off.
Ocean. Live action with a forward spin and a roll. Two maneuvers on that one wave. Might give him a little bit of a better score, but definitely a beautiful projection for Chase Thompson's last wave. Let's have a look at the replay. Chase Thompson, here's a replay of his last wave. And massive projection on that roll. Perfectly timed, as Joey was saying. And here's Ocean's one. Forward spin, scooping back around for that left-hand section. And a nice roll out into the flats for Ocean McKenzie.
Both these guys have been surfing so consistently. Ocean just having at his last final in the cadets. Bit younger, but still competing up. And, oh, look who we have joining us here, the man of the hour, Hardy Fletcher.
Commentator number 1. We were joking with Joey that you're gunning for my job because you're still spending more time in the tent than me. Young Hardy Fletcher.
Yeah. Congratulations, Hardy. How's it going?
Congratulations.
How you feeling, mate?
Oh, excited.
Yeah.
Now, we reckon, here we go, a bit of live action here. We'll just quickly go through Chase's wave with a nice roll in the juniors final. But we reckon that you have the highest scoring combination of the day in that last heat with a 9.17 you scored for that barrel ride.
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah, came out of nowhere, and I was gonna go for a flip around the section, and then I just went for the barrel, and then I just did 2 rolls because it kept going.
It worked out so well. Massive scores. The judges are scoring good for barrels, and you just like slotted into that one so good. Let's go a quick replay of the last 2 waves. Chase Thomas with a forward spin, Thompson, and then a nice projected roll again off the end, and then also we'll have Ocean's wave.
We'll catch that replay in a second. So, mate, was that your goal? Did you have an objective coming to this event?
Kind of, not really. Just
here to win.
Yeah.
Win and have fun, eh?
Yeah.
And what's next for you then? What's the plans in the next few weeks?
I've nationals soon, and then I think Matt Barron won like the memorial thing
later in
comes
July.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we'll be seeing you at those events then.
Yeah.
Well, any final words you want to say to all the support that you've got from back home?
Cheers for like Johnny and Sarah D5, Science, Gyro, Mum and Dad taking me up here.
Yeah.
And everyone watching. And yeah.
Ah,
Oh, nice. Congratulations, mate.
Thank
and
you.
Yeah, well done.
Here we go, the winner of the Cadets final in the tent for about the 6 millionth time in the last 2 days, and a potential future as a commentator because he spends more time in here than me. Well done, number 1 Cadet finalist.
Grommet finalist.
Grommet finalist.
Yeah, nice. That was a Grommet finalist. Well done. Hardy Fletcher. Surfing
Hardy
so well.
Fletcher. I can't keep up because he's in so many divisions, but
Yeah,
Hardy
Ocean won cadets, Hardy won
My bad.
grommets, and now Ocean again in the junior final, the IBC Rising Series.
Thank you for correcting me, Joey. I'm only human, but yeah, grommets finalist Hardy Fletcher from down Newey Way with the D5 boys. So good to have him on board. Here's a replay of Chase Thompson's last wave, forward spin, coming down the line, looking for that lip. Nice roll, like right out in front of it then, and no interference from the wave. Ocean's last wave replay. Nice roll over the lip there. Looked like he was almost going to get swallowed by that one, but managed to hold on through the whitewater.
Yeah, real powerful surfer. Even though he's a bit younger than Chase, Ocean's got a bit of muscle on him and kind of a big kid.
He is, yeah, yep. Okay, so Ocean was how old?
Well, Ocean's competing in cadets and this. Chase turned 17 yesterday. I think Ocean could be 15 or 16.
16, yeah,
But
right.
have to be under 16. Oh, no, he told me he turned 16 in December.
That's right. Yeah, so he is a big lad. He's actually a little bit bigger than Chase Thompson, but not, probably less than 12 months difference between them. But we've got just under 22 minutes remaining in this junior finals on day 2 of the Future Pros. And out in the lead at the moment is rider in yellow, Ocean McKenzie, and holding that priority position with an 11.17 total score. And in second is Chase Thompson with a 11.1. So there's only 0.7 of a left there. Chase Thompson only needs 5.08 to jump back into that first position. With over 20 minutes remaining, anything can happen in this junior final, guys. Make sure you tune in and give us a shout out on YouTube. We'd love to see your positive feedback on there.
Yeah, since I think the quarterfinals, just every single heat has been so tight. This one's no different at all. Chase going for this one. Nice classic Chase Thompson takeoff spin. Gonna think about a little roll on that first section, but deciding to wait and kick off there, realising that that's not going to have enough scoring potential for him.
Down the line, live action, Ocean taking off on a left with a roll, looking for something else, and another roll off the end. 2-roll combination manoeuvre on that left-hander, way down the beach, surfing off that middle peak at D-Bar here on the Gold Coast. But 2 rolls for Ocean on that one. It may be enough to strengthen his score. Here's a replay of Chase Thompson's last one. He was going to go for a roll there, but the wave didn't stand up enough and unfortunately just tethered out at the end. And here we go, replay of Ocean McKenzie's last left-hander wave. He may have tucked under the lip, may have got some time in the green room then. It's really hard to tell. The judges will definitely be able to see from down their end of the beach, but nonetheless, a nice left-hander with 2 completed rolls on that wave for Ocean McKenzie.
He's looking to get rid of that 4.67, so we'll see what they had to say about that. Yeah, from our angle, a bit hard to see the criticalness of the rolls.
It is hard up this end of the beach, yeah.
but the judges do have a much more straight-on vision, so they'll be the ones that are able to fully understand the value of the wave, and we'll be finding out really soon. If you guys want to be watching all the live scores, like obviously on your screen you only see the 2 of them, but you can actually download the Stacked app, STACT, and it has live scores, heats, everything. They use it pretty commonly for a number of events, and it's a good little platform.
Stacked app's amazing. They sponsor the Sunshine Coast Bodyboard Club and the Lindsay Connolly Memorial DK Pro, and it's a great tool to have on your phone. You can see score by score, wave by wave, rundowns, and you can see your schedule for the day for all the bodyboard events up and coming. It's the future of bodyboarding. It's a great phone. It's a great app to have on your phone. If you haven't already got it, definitely download the Stacked app to keep up to date with not just bodyboarding, but all major surfing events as well, surfing and bodyboarding events across the world.
Looks like we got a little bit of a set rolling in. Both boys paddling.
Look
Chasing
at
priority.
this. Split peak. Oh, Chase getting swallowed as Ocean's still down there. I know that he got at least 1 roll and a spin. We'll have a quick look at the replays. I couldn't quite see past the screen here to see what was going on. But let's have a quick look once we get this footage down on the split peak. We've got 2 cameras. Hopefully we captured both riders with 18.5 minutes remaining on this junior final.
Yeah, wow, we'll catch that in a second, but that was a bit of action. Really nice set. Looks like Ocean did get a bit of an upgrade on his score on that last one, 5.27, but I think with this one, there we go, 7 and a 6.5 now. That left 2-roll wave on the left has just come through, but I'll run us through this one first. Nice bottom turn, straight back up into the lip, kind of closed out quick. Talk about this one, Dave.
This is Ocean on the split peak, running the left. Decent size set, this one. Looked like he may have done a roll there, or there's definitely a roll there. It may have been a spin under the pocket and then another little spin at the end. But it was one of the better sets of the day, that one, and it was a split peak. I think it worked out better in Ocean's favour. He had a combination of manoeuvres and a bit longer ride. Unfortunately, that right-hander for Chase just ran away a little bit too quick, but you can definitely see what Chase is looking for and how he's won those heats before, getting those nice right-hand sets, being very selective with his waves, and getting those huge manoeuvres, big rolls and flips, ARSs off the ends of the section. In that scenario, unfortunately, it looked like it may have benefited Ocean Mackenzie in that one. Still sitting out in front with a very strong lead with a 13.83, but not that far behind is Chase Thompson in red with an 11.1. with 17 minutes remaining in the junior final.
Yeah, he's looking for a 774 at this point. That's Chase I'm talking about. And yesterday, if you saw his heat against Kaito, in the last minutes, he got a really nice critical ARS and managed to get that 7+ wave and make it through the heat. And it was some really good bodyboarding and impressive performance from the man in red, Chase Thompson.
16.5 minutes remaining, still plenty of time out in the water with 2-man heats, and it was a 30-minute, half an hour heat for the 2 men out in the water at the moment. Plenty of time for the IBC Rising Junior Men's Future Pros here at D-Bar.
How's that score? How's that total? 1383. Ocean Mackenzie. Bullet was saying before that he'd only take him to front on if he got first place.
Oh, he did say that, did he?
Yeah, he's like, doesn't matter if you qualify, you got to win.
I was talking to Ocean out there, and he wasn't aware. I said, if you, basically, you've seeded at least in the top 2 now, so you're probably going to get an invite to Fronton. And I said, definitely, if you win, you will. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah. So having a bit of a chat about him, his eyes lit up when he heard about Fronton. That'd be exciting to see Ocean and even Bullet Mackenzie over there. Over in Fronton in the Canary Islands for that event. That'd be super cool. And Chase Thompson as well. I reckon he would jump at the opportunity to be at Fronton. Like this guy is determined and strong and such a strong competitor out in the water. He doesn't let anything faze him out in the water. He's just out there to win. You can see the determination of the young man in red, Chase Thompson, with 15 minutes remaining in this junior final here on day 2 of the City of Gold Coast Future Pros.
Yeah, such a determined guy. So much joy and energy in him. Just always in, out of the water. He's just a positive young kid, Chase, and such a frother.
Yeah,
Bit of a character.
Yeah, he is a definitely very Ocker, very Aussie guy. We love the Aussies and their mentality out in the water. They're just vibing all the time, you know. They'd be great people to have on tour. You know, these young Aussies that are just so full of energy and so full of just this most positive vibe radiating off them all the time.
Yeah, so super grateful to Silas and the whole Gold Coast crew for getting this together and partnering up with the IBC to allow them to potentially have that opportunity to get some Aussies back on the tour.
Bit of action out there, set coming through with Ocean. Nice takeoff straight into a roll. Ocean McKenzie checking back into the pocket for that one, and it's reforming to a little bit of a double up. A nice roll under the lip there, Ocean McKenzie. Not a bad wave there. He's got to be happy with that one. Straight from the takeoff, straight into a roll. You want to run us through this replay, Joey?
Yeah, I really like this. So this first roll, nice, and then see this little check turn there, really resetting his line because he knew this thing was going to stand up again, and then just getting up to it slightly late, managing to push through.
Live action out the back. Chase Thompson with another beautiful one and attempting an ARS then, and unfortunately not sticking it.
Yeah, he knows he needs to go big. Let's run us through this replay.
Chase Thompson, here he is there on this second wave. ARS just getting a little bit hung up. Air roll spin for Chase Thompson. He's going for something big. He's sitting in second spot. He knows that he needs to do that to better his score and keep up with Ocean McKenzie, who is currently out in the lead. Unfortunately, that wave just didn't have what he needed to complete that maneuver. But Ocean has to be happy with his previous replay with the two rolls on that one wave. After that little check back into the pocket, that little check turn, and the wave sort of doubled up on the inside and pushing through the foam ball to complete that second roll.
Knows how to get off the lip, doesn't he? Can really find the sections and the power to just kick him off out into the flats, and unfortunately getting a bit caught up there, but potentially could have been really good. He probably needs one of them on a bit more of a bigger wave, and he could be getting a 7.74.
Easily. That's what you can tell. That's what Chase is gunning for, those big rights. He's going for a little one here, and if he can get a nice little ramp on that one, it's highly likely he can pull it off, but a little bit of a... not sure. He didn't have priority there, so he was just hoping for the best, I think, on that one. Just taking a little one on the inside and seeing if it sort of turned on for him, but unfortunately not. That was the replay for Chase Thompson, rider in red. And with 12 minutes and 20 seconds remaining, Ocean McKenzie still sitting out in front and holding that priority position, waiting patiently for the next good set to come through with a strong score of 13.83. And in second place, Chase Thompson, rider in red, needs a 7.74 to knock Ocean McKenzie off that podium. At the moment, still just under 12 minutes remaining. Anything could happen out there, guys. Massive heat, whole beach for just the two competitors in the water, so plenty of opportunities.
That's it. Much more of a comfortable situation for Ocean, and I wonder if there's a bit of desperation creeping into the surfing of Chase, as he has tended to paddle for a few of the smaller waves, which probably aren't going to offer him that scoring potential. And yeah, so we got to see what he does here in the last 11 minutes to see if he can wait for one of those bigger waves, because they are coming through somewhat consistently. Looks like Ocean's having a little look here, close out this one. Tide's we're probably getting a dead low about now, yeah. Or past dead low by now. It might be on the turn of the tide. It's kind of hard to tell from here. You can see like a bit of discoloration out the river mouth, but it's kind of hard to tell.
The
whether
tide
it's going
would have
in or
turned.
out.
Yeah, no, it was around 10:30, the bottom of the low. So we should actually see a little bit of a pulse as that tide starts to turn. There is a lot of water movement out there, being so close to the headland with all these rip bowls here and the river mouth just on the southern side. So there's a lot of water moving, and because we're so close to the river mouth, there may be a little bit of a time difference in actually noticing that tide change. But officially the tide did change at around 10:30, and it will start pushing back in. So we should see a little bit of a surge and swell as well as we notice that tide coming back in. We may see a few sets coming through, hopefully within the next 10.5 minutes for this junior final.
Yeah, it's come down 30-minute final, but it is coming down to the last little bit. It's gone by quick for me. It feels like it's gone quick. Chase having a look again, but he just needs to wait for something bigger. There's those waves that he's looking at don't have that scoring potential, and I'm sure with the amount of time we have left, there's definitely going to be at least three sets come through. So he's going to get another opportunity, but I don't think he should be looking at these smaller ones. Watch who might... Yeah, again, you can see a bit of frustration across his face just there. And I think Ocean knows as well, because he's not trying to block Chase from any of them. So if a set comes, I reckon we'll be seeing Ocean try and block Chase from getting a scoring opportunity.
Yeah, it's really hard with only 2 in the water, but as soon as Ocean catches a wave, it just opens up the whole beach for Chase. And, you know, these guys are both very skilled riders. They can just pull a rabbit out of the hat out there, and, you know, they could just get one of those sneaky little insider ones and bust a huge ARS, and that might be enough. You know, he's already got a 6.1, which is a fairly good score. But he's going to need a big score of a 7.74 to knock Ocean Mackenzie out of that podium finish. Currently sitting in first, the rider in yellow. He's also got priority. There's a bit of a bump coming now, and they're having a look. I don't think it's going to hit that bank, but I think Chase is going to have a look at it anyway. No, he's just let that one go.
Feels like this heat alone, the conditions are kind of changing a bit. A lot of the waves are looking more straight. Maybe it's the fact that they have drifted slightly north of this middle D-bar bank, but at the same time, from my perspective, it does look like a lot of them are shutting down a little bit more.
Yeah, yep, that's the bottom of the tide. You will see that, and like I said, there may be a bit of a time difference with all this water movement out here before we actually start to notice that tide fill back in.
Bit of a left rolling through here, just north of the bank, and no, not really much happening on that. The boys sitting quite close to each other. Bit of movement from Chase.
Yeah, a bit of a paddle battle going on out here. Ocean does have priority, but Chase is applying the pressure. Look at him. He's just sitting shoulder to shoulder out there, making it a little bit awkward for Ocean. Not going to make it easy for him. Oh, what happened there? What happened there? The paddle battle got serious, and it looks like they both actually got washed over the falls there. But Ocean's going to get back out there quick and get straight back into that priority position. Bit of a paddle battle going on there. The guys are feeling the pressure with this junior final. There's a lot on the line. The opportunity to compete in the Canary Islands Front-On Pro will be awarded to the winner. They'll be given an opportunity to compete in that major event for the junior men's final over in the Canary Islands.
Yeah, potentially more than just the winner as well, depending on how all the points work out. But they have 48 spots for juniors in the grand final over in Front-On.
Yep.
And so depending on how all of the points work out from the Chile, the Moroccan, the Aussie events, there's going to be opportunities, so maybe even the entire podium to get a chance to go to Front-On if they're able to do so. So it's pretty exciting stuff. Even if, say, Chase can't take this one out today, or Ocean can't, it's not over until the fat lady sings.
That's right.
But there's potentially chances there. And
so we've still got this junior event, and there is other junior events between now and the Front-On. Is that correct?
I believe so. We can get the graphic calendar up that was sent through. Here we go. So.
Yeah.
To see
So we're currently at the Australian Future Pros Rising Series down here on the Gold Coast. Coming up will be the Morocco Rising Series. So yes, there will be opportunities for the Moroccan. So at the moment, Jai Taylor is the only Australian that is in that top 48 competitors, was it?
Based off his result in Akika, he made a podium there, so I believe so, yes.
Yeah, he's up around, I can't remember what number Jai was in, but he's definitely in there. But the tables still could turn, and that position could move around depending on, obviously, from the results from yesterday. Unfortunately, Jai got knocked out in the earlier rounds. But there is still other rounds which could move him further back in the ladder. And obviously the winners from today, so the first places will be awarded good points and put them right up in that ranking to give them a shot at the Canary Islands Future Pros final. How exciting is that?
Yeah, it'll be unreal to see some of the Aussie boys getting over there and having a go at some of the best waves in the world. They'll love it too. Ocean was asking me questions about it already. And
Yeah. I will find out more in time. I've only just been given a little bit of information the last couple of days and just trying to soak in all the information in regards to the IBC series. But it's so exciting for the young competitors and for myself, learning how it will all unfold this year for the 2025 IBC Junior World Series.
So exciting. Such an amazing innovation from the IBC, and really smart way to engage more and more Groms around the world. And I think this is just the start of something big that we're going to see a lot of fruit from in the future come 10 years' time. Like, looking back at how this rising series thing has pushed the sport of bodyboarding, and I think it's a really positive, healthy thing for the sport.
Way back to right down to the super groms like Jai's brother Van Taylor. He's still got many years ahead of him, and look how well he's surfing already at under 12 years old, the super groms division, right up to the junior men's division out there now. We've already amazing competitors. It's been sad to see so many amazing competitors not make it through to the final. It is only a two-man final, but these guys have definitely shone bright today and showed what they're made of with Ocean McKenzie and Chase Thompson in the final. Congratulations to all the other junior competitors that did come to the event today and make it through to the quarterfinals and semi-finals. It was unfortunate that you didn't make it through, but we were so stoked that you come on board. There's plenty of opportunities at such a young age to excel and progress your career. And we're so stoked that all you guys participated in this event. It's been amazing to watch. Even the ones that didn't win, some of them were just so spectacular in the water there over the last 2 days for this Rising Series event.
That's it. And you see south of the competition zone, a nice little barrel running through. Looks like we got Chase paddling, got a bit of distance between him and Ocean. I guess that's because Chase has the priority now, but look at this left.
Nice. He's looking at the right, but it looks like it ran left on that one. We may have had a little bit of a swell direction change.
Yeah, it does feel like there's a few more north kind of waves coming through here. Maybe that's why it feels like it's shutting down a bit more. But that being said as well, some of the north ones do run across the top of that bank and, yeah, produce some lefts, some ramps, or some like more racy barrel type waves. Kind of a bit more texture on the water now than we were seeing yesterday. I feel like even though the clouds have all cleared up, a bit more wind on it and
Little bit bumpy, yeah. Yep. Still hasn't dropped off too much, which has been great for the competitors. We have seen some nice barrels, some nice clean barrels in the earlier heats today. But as we wind down to this junior final, the highlight of the day, with 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, Ocean McKenzie still sitting out in front with a 13.83, and in second spot, Chase Thompson with 11.1. Chase Thompson is so hungry out there. You can tell he really wants it. There's only 2.5 minutes remaining. Can he get the waves he needs? He needs a 7.74 to knock Ocean McKenzie off that leading position. What a heat to watch. This has just been spectacular with these two amazing riders out there. You can see how hungry he is, Chase Thompson, the rider in red, paddling around, desperately scrambling for one last good wave with 2 minutes remaining.
At this point, he just knows that 100% he needs to land something critical, maybe a big rev bash or air rev or backflip or something like that. He needs to get one of the more critical moves off a very critical section. Looks like he's kicking into gear a bit as a right-hander seems to be approaching the top of the bank. Chase Thompson taking off.
Bit of shape on this one, scooping around. Oh, he went for an ARS. He did. He got hung up in the whitewater, but a completed ARS with a forward spin on the end. The wave didn't really bowl for him. Looks like he's going to come in on that one with only a minute and a half. No, he's going back out for another shot. But a very crucial manoeuvre on a very tricky wave there. Let's have a look at the replay, Joey.
Yeah, just setting up his line and comes up to this section, looks at where he's going to land before he hits it, which is good technique from the young rider. Throws a little spin around there and just paddles to get back on that. We'll have to see what the judges think about it. Some really good surfing under pressure. Chase consistent with his ARSs this event and getting another one there, but just I worry that he just didn't get enough projection. It was more him kind of muscling it around rather than using the critical section of the wave to project him out to the flats, but we'll see what the judges have to say about that.
He only increased his score by 0.1, so he's 11.2 at the moment. Not quite enough to push him back into first. With only 40 seconds remaining in this heat, dare say that rider in yellow, Ocean McKenzie's the first year he's competed in this Future Pro Series, and we're very, very happy to have him on board, showing and highlighting his skill and his timing under the lip, projecting those crucial manoeuvres. Ocean McKenzie is currently sitting out in the lead and in priority one. With 20 seconds remaining, we'll count down. After this heat, we're going to quickly get Dave from Sunzapper, Sunscreen and Zinc to come in and have a little quick chat before we run into the final of the
Super grommets, I believe.
Super Groms.
Oh, well, look at this. Ocean has done it. Winner of cadets, winner of juniors, winner of the IBC Future Pros Rising Series here on D-Bar. Look at that beautiful sportsmanship between the two boys, and look at that.
He is pumped.
Wow.
He's like, I'm going to Fronton.
He'll be stoked. He'll be